Brethren, one of the cornerstones of our craft is the help of those facing their hour of need. During the recent flooding and in its aftermath, Right Worshipful Brother Col Lee and Very Worshipful Brother Bob Guthrie went beyond the contract to assist their communities. Worshipful Brother Joe Corrigan from the Masonic Care Board recently caught up with them so that they could share their inspirational stories.
Thank you, Grandmaster. Brethren, I recently had the opportunity to sit down with Right Worshipful Brother Col Lee and Very Worshipful Brother Bob Guthrie to give them an opportunity to share their stories with us. Bob and Col selflessly assisted their communities when they needed it the most and serve as an example and inspiration to us all. On hearing about the scale and devastation of the flooding at Lismore, Bob hitched his fishing boat to his car and drove there to assist in whatever way he could.
Well, we got a clock radio beside the bed and it's on the ABC and it goes off about 6 o'clock in the morning, and the 6 o'clock news was saying it's absolute devastation in Lismore, and they didn't have enough personnel, and I thought, oh well, I'll put the boat up and go and see if I can give them a hand. The water was raging, really was, in some areas, especially if you went down a street and there's cross streets. Now the streets are open, but where the houses are, it's closed, so the water runs down the streets more than anything. When you come to a cross street, it's pretty turbulent. Every time you go past a cross street. And I would say you have to get in around telephone wires, or power wires, and you couldn't see where they were because they come off the posts and go under the water. We got some people off roofs and so forth that you could see for a start. We were taking them back to the Ballina Street Bridge and dropping them off there, and they were walking across the bridge, which was only about a foot of water at the time, and being picked up on the other side and taken up to the top end of Ballina Street where there was ambulances and SES, people waiting for these people. Some of them had been there quite a few hours, sitting on their roofs and so forth with dogs and whatever. When we were in the boat with this young lady from the SES, and she's got a two-way, and they're directing us to where people might be, and they're giving street addresses. There's no street signs on the top of telephone posts. So if you don't know the area, you get pretty lost in it, and you could easily get lost too in this situation. Come past Norco, and Norco was totally underwater, totally devastated. And the water that was rushing under the main bridge in Lismore was absolutely phenomenal. One of the worst things I think that I felt after the event was the inhumane part of it. I don't think I would recognise any of those people that I rescued if they come back today. I don't think I'd recognise them. You're in the rain, you're in your raincoat, you're getting them into the boat, you're getting them somewhere safe, and you unload them. And they say thank you and they're off, and you go and do something else. It affected me a bit for a while after it. These people, most of the people, there was a couple of young families that we rescued, but most of the people were elderly people. And trying to get people in and out of the boat was not real easy when they're in the water and you've got to pull them up into the boat. I'm over 70 years old and I'm not that bloody strong anymore. But we managed it between us and this. At most of the Lodge meetings I've been to since the flood, they've always mentioned the Grandmaster's appeal and put that around, and they've been getting money for it. If anyone can help these people that need help, please help them, A few dollars to you doesn't mean a real lot. It might mean something to somebody else.
I also had the opportunity to talk with Right Worshipful Brother Col Lee, who has been instrumental in rendering services in Ballina and surrounding areas. The good work Cole has done has served as a lifeline to communities in the lower Richmond River, and he continues to work with these communities to assist them in their recovery.
The big problem naturally was telephones, internet. Finally got the opportunity then, I got onto the evacuation centre, I found out where that was, and we said, what can we do? And from there we used this facility here at the Masonic Centre to start cooking meals. For the first 5 days we did the evacuation centre. We cooked the evening meal for the evacuation centre at Southern Cross and partly to the Ballina Indoor Sports Centre across the road. We were cooking for 350 people, and we did that for 5 days. When we also went to Lennox Head and spent a day out there booking people in. That particular job was pretty traumatic because, very traumatic. All these people that were just so lost when they came in. I'm pretty well known, so they just come to you in a very, very devastated state of trauma, emotion, and feeling just absolutely helpless. Basically, the town had run out of meat. After a week, we set up a task force to see where we should be heading. And at the same time, we got a call from Wardell. Wardell's a little village down on the Richmond River. About 600 people live in Wardell that had been absolutely engulfed in water. Thankfully, Todd came on board, rang Todd, said, mate, we're in trouble. Can you supply some meat for us? This is what we want. We want sausages, we want some mince, we probably want some bacon. And he moved hell and high water to do that for us because he too was struggling for supplies, but anyhow, he got some from Brisbane and he met us halfway, and then we were able to provide that service. We provide the service in Wardell for 4 weeks. We have basically, Joe, knocked on every door of every flood affected house that we have been told, or we know of personally, or we've been told about, and caravan parks and business houses as well, that we know in conjunction with Council, SES, Rural Fire Services. We have knocked on every door and spoken to every person with our team since 28th of March. And that's what we've been doing. And in that time, we've been handing out voucher packs for $500 to these people so they can buy some groceries, they can buy some fuel. If our brethren can just get out, pretty simple, just knock on doors, just say good day. And that's all we can do within a financial support. It's financially, it's too big, but your heart, just reaching out to these people and say, mate, how about a cup of coffee? How about a cup of tea? Let's go for a drive. That sort of thing. That means a massive amount.
Brethren, the battle for many is only just beginning. Your support, be it in person or in kind, is needed now more than ever. To all those who have supported this worthy cause, thank you. Donations to the Grandmasters Disaster Relief Fund remain open till December and can be reached by the link below.